Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're looking at uranium, daily technical analysis update. I do this on a daily basis. You guys get better at chart reading. I get better at chart reading. I look at all the companies, and what this does for me is I look at it every single day and I say, this is good, this is good, this is good. If I got money, I'm going to deploy some money in this one. And it keeps me on top of my game, and it keeps you guys on top of your game. So subscribe if you haven't. Join the channel. Let's ride this thing up together, this commodity bull market. Let's make obscene amounts of money. Really, let's do this. We are still early. We're in the early innings of this ball game. There's no reason to be selling. At least that's my financial opinion. I'm holding on. I'm riding this stuff higher. My account is liking me doing that. So I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to ride this stuff higher. The ratios are still good. Uranium to gold ratio still cheap. Gold hasn't even taken off yet. We're going to see fireworks here, guys. We've got an energy crisis right in front of us. Uranium's going to participate in this. It's going to be an alternative. It supplies electricity. We want to use a copious amount more of electricity. And if we're going to put all these electric cars into play, even though we don't have the copper or the silver to do it, then we're going to try to do it. And we're going to spend trillions of dollars trying to do this. So, you know what? Let's be smart. Let's hold on to these incredibly undervalued investments while governments spend trillions of dollars throwing it and diarrheaing it everywhere, all over the place. And some of this money is going to stick to uranium, I think. So let's jump in. Let's do some technical analysis. Let's get the party started. So here we go. Here is uranium physical price. And yeah, we're going down. May even gone down a little bit more than this, but we're at that resistance support level, and it's going to offer us some buying opportunities, I think. So let's look at some of the mining companies. This is Uranium, the ETF. Again, we've been bouncing. We've been bouncing. We're getting closer. Is this ready yet? I don't know. I don't know if it's ready yet, guys. I mean, we're getting close. What I've seen in the past is I think we've got a couple more days or a week more. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be getting aggressive. It means that we are finding support and that we are not dropping lower. And I don't see this dropping below this support line of 75. What I would do, well, try to pick it off at 75. Add a, cost average in a little bit if that's what you want to do. Camco's got this slight lean up. It may not pull back. So we are getting closer. Some of these companies are looking a little bit stronger. So this one looks good. We are at support underneath it. So up to you on what you want to do. Next Gen Energy looks like it's firming up. And these two are usually the leaders. They usually go first before the laggers. Laggers are usually exploration companies. And these NXE is a developer. They're developing a mine. So this one looks good. It looks like it's turning around. Does not look too bad. We've got Fission Uranium Corp. This guy is firming up. We could be heading soon. And, for me, I probably wouldn't be sitting on the sidelines. I don't see too much downside risk. If we do get a sell-off, it's just going to be a better buying opportunity. But it's looking like it's holding up strong. And Sky Harbor, a little bit of weakness here. We could bounce a little bit lower, but it's trying. This one's got a little bit more time, I think, than the others. Alaska's in the same situation. These are exploration companies. I don't think they're as developed as the developers. Standard Uranium's, I think we're going to do a little bit more sideways action first before heading higher. And if you see a big upward buying pressure day like one of these big boys engulfing right here, then you know it's time. It's time that it's going to move. But we're getting closer and closer. Base load, a little bit of a update today. Not too much. Look at the volume. No volume today. I wouldn't be doing much of anything. I wouldn't be buying or selling. I'd just be holding on. PurePoint, another exploration company. These are all the Canadian exploration companies, guys, and I own all of them. Coming on down, I think we could head a little bit lower maybe, or sideways to lower until we get a big buying pressure day. And that's what I'm looking for. This is another uranium exploration company that I own, FISOF. Again, I haven't seen the buyer step in and just romp this higher yet. It's coming. It's coming soon. It's almost like it's developing at any point now. Dennison Mines, and I'm just looking at these candlesticks on the right here. I'm not looking. We've done support the past couple of days. I'm looking at buying pressure. We're coming back down. It looks pretty good. We've got support right underneath here. We could see a wick at the bottom if it tries to sell off and come back up. That's a good buying opportunity to try to pick something off. UEXCF, again, we're fighting back and forth here. We're getting closer. I'm looking for a bullish engulfing, a big hammer pattern. We've got a bullish engulfing here, a bullish engulfing here. It's starting to turn, and now I'm just waiting for the confirmation to go, where it's go time. And we got UU. Again, I'm seeing the bounces. I think we got a couple more bounces left in this before we move on up. And we're seeing that in all these. URG is the same way as UUU. UROY is the same exact spot. I think we got a couple more bounces left in this thing before moving higher. UEC, I mean, it's lining up. The downward move has ceased to go down. So if you guys want this stuff, you know, it might not be a bad time in here over the next whatever days. If we don't go lower, I mean, I think it's a good time to be looking, to be picking, you know, doing some sprinkle master stuff here. Bannerman, again, we've got that black candlestick. That usually means we're going to have a down day tomorrow, but it's cycling back and forth. It's basically calming down before we move. And we're seeing that in deep yellow as well. We're seeing it in Forcis. We've got the up and down action. I think the downside pressure here, I mean, it's a pretty, I don't think we're going to break to the downside. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. But we've got some good support here. So now's probably a good time to be looking at it. I already bought my shares, if you guys are wondering. Goviax putting in a little bit of a bullish engulfing, and I think we're getting closer and closer, maybe another week, and it could be less. Global Atomic, 11% update. We're putting in the buying pressure. This is what we want to see. Big buying pressure, small down days is what we want to see. We might see a little small down day, or maybe the buying pressure continues. It's looking better and better. International Consolidated Uranium looks like it's still sideways to maybe a little bit lower, but it's working its way out. Kazatomprom, same thing. Let's see if this thing heads lower, because we got a bearish engulfing. I don't think it will. I think we're going to bounce around like this, sideways. Encore Energy, nice strong day today, 5% up. I think we're just going to move sideways before we see something going on up. Peninsula Energy, same exact spot as everywhere else. Same with Boss Energy. It's really the same charts. We're just moving sideways on all these. Laramide, same thing. Sellers. So this is a bullish engulfing here. Sellers came in, buyers answered back. And it's going to go back and forth until we tip it probably to the upside. Paladin Energy, we've had a lot of downward pressure. Buyers coming in, adding a little bit of buy-in pressure. I think we're going to do some back and forth buyer-seller action before moving up. This is Centrus Energy, and we've got this upward pattern here. I'm just worried that it may do a little downside action here, because we got the pattern there that's contracting up that could break to the downside. That's what I see on Centrus Energy. So overall, uranium, I mean, I'm holding on to my shares. I've already bought some. I'm a little early to the game. I do think it's got a little bit longer to go. If I were to take a guess at it, I think it's going to do a couple more bounces and kind of go to a dead period. I call it a dead period because that's where the buyers equal the sellers. The opening and closing prices are real tight, and they kind of just go sideways, and then you'll see a huge boom, like a big move. It's saying buyers are here, we're going to kick your butt, and they lay down a fat, big candlestick. And if you want to look at a chart, look at RECAF. It just did that. We were coming up. We did a couple of bounces. It went into a dead period. I loaded up, and then boom, it laid down 11% up day with a big white body candlestick. So I'm not saying that you guys should buy that, but look at the chart. Pull it up on stockcharts.com. RECAF. Look at the big up day and the dead period before it. We are entering on some of these stocks. What I'm saying is kind of a compressed a recaf downtrend. The pullback that it had, it's all compressed up. This is on these uranium charts. And we're going to be moving sideways a little bit, and then we'll hit a dead period, and then we go. It's go time after that when we lay down a big fat candlestick. But it's going to take a little bit more time, I think. If you guys like this analysis, daily analysis, thumb up, subscribe, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.